I'm Dusty Johnson. I represent the entire state of South Dakota in the United States House. I've done that for 6 years. And I came to Congress just because I felt like there were too many jerks who weren't actually interested in solving problems serving in the House.
My name is Chrissy Houlihan, and I serve Pennsylvania's 6th Congressional District, which is west of the city of Philadelphia. To be really honest, the election of President Trump was the motivating factor that brought me to office, not because of him specifically, but because of what that election and his election sort of said to me about where our nation was heading.
I'm Nicole Maliotakis. I represent New York City's 11th Congressional District. It's Staten Island and Southern Brooklyn. I came to Congress because I felt strongly that New York City needed to have bipartisan representation, and I am the only Republican that represents our city in Washington.
My name is Maxwell Frost. I represent Florida's 10th Congressional District. I was, at the time, the National Organizing Director for March for Our Lives, which is the movement that came after the shooting that happened in Parkland. I'd been there for about 2 years running their national organizing program. I was the inaugural organizing director and quit my job and decided to run for office. And I announced August 11th, 2021. I was 24.
Veronica Escobar from El Paso, Texas, Congressional District 16 in Texas. And I came to Congress to work for my community.
My name is Mark Amadei. I represent the northern half of Nevada. Congress, to me, like almost any elected office, is a public service thing.
This term has been really challenging, to say the least. There's not been a lot of real governing that's happened with House Republicans in the majority.
We have a tendency to think about all politicians as self-serving, and there are certainly some knuckleheads in the U.S. House. But overwhelmingly, members of Congress are good human beings, and it's an honor to work with most of them.
It's been kind of frustrating and in some cases super demoralizing because, you know, you're not here to not do things, but your responsibility is to be here. And, you know, I think that when you line yourself up to vote more than 40 times, I think, to lower somebody's salary to $1, that's kind of asinine.
Well, I think what you're seeing is the far right does its thing, the far left does its thing, and then everyone else in the middle really comes together to actually govern. And that has been the case through a number of situations we've been through over the last year.
Chaos is honestly the word I would use to describe the totality of the Congress. A lot of wasted time. Most of the hearings I've sat in were a complete waste of time and waste of taxpayer money.
I think it's an asset if you know how to play well with others. And if you don't play well with others, then this is a nasty place to be.
I keep coming back because it's work that matters. When we're confronted with challenges in life, we can only really do two things. We can redouble our efforts, or we can give up, and I guess I've never been very good at giving up.
I stay because I'm hoping that we will find ourselves again, and I hope that I can be part of it.
And I keep coming back because, you know what, I do love what I do. I am passionate about it, and we do great work for our constituents.
The way this institution works should reflect the wants and needs of the people. And so that's why we got to keep coming back, because if we allow them to continue to chip away at this, it'll be even harder and it'll be even more impossible 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now.
And as long as I can continue to be a positive force for my community, I hope to be able to continue to do this work.
I just feel an obligation to put back into that resource, which in my case is Nevada, as much or more as it gave to me, which I think was plenty.